Good morning, folks. How are you doing? I was just getting a little organized. It's 8:58. Good to see people here early. Ali Waxer, good morning. Mallory Supan, good morning. Nico, good morning. Keegan Smith, good morning. And Russell, good morning. Chen Chen, good morning. Chen Chen, did you finish your Netflix series? Good morning, Dia Kulkarni. Good morning, Owen Jones. First one on this morning was Ollie. Nice work. Good morning, Lena. Lena, I sent you an email about that document you shared. If you might want to check that out. Good morning, Zoe. Chen Chen. Good morning, Ella. Good morning, Lex. Good morning, Hanil. Good morning, Che. People are early. I like it. It's good. It's nice out today, too. Has anybody been outside yet? Man, is it nice out. It's finally not freezing cold, which is good. Good morning, Emmett. I'm looking for somebody to take notes. Emmett. Emmett. I don't think there is a defense for that Netflix series, but hey, what are you going to do? Nico Stoneroff is outside right now. That's cool. Izzy, good morning. Good to have you on the call. Looking for somebody to take notes. If there's any volunteers out there. Awesome. Thank you. Wow. Everett, polite and excited. I like it. Good. Ezra, good morning. Ezra Merrill Triplet, you asked me a question yesterday in the email, and I didn't quite get to it. There's two parts to chapter 6. Good morning, Abby Garland. So we'll wait just one more minute, and then we'll get going. Good morning, Cooper. All right. So good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. As I mentioned, it is beautiful outside, and it's supposedly going to get into the 60s, believe it or not. So today could be a great day to get outside. I hope you have the opportunity to do that. Just some reminders. Today is typically current events day, so I encourage you to go online and read some news. If you want to read some good Vermont news, you can look at the Times Argus. You could also go to the Vermont Digger. Yeah, if it makes the 70s, oh, that'll be great. So Times Argus, local news, Vermont Digger. The Bridge down in Montpelier is good. Drew wants to remind you that there's also a writer's workshop today at 1 p.m. So again, today is current events day. I've in your email, I sent you, I think, 4 different resources. But if you want to keep up locally, the Bridge, the Times Argus, and Vermont Digger is having they do a pretty good job locally. Lex, that noise that you just heard are the Green Mountain Boys flying overhead a couple times a week. They have the F-35 jets fly over Chittenden County, and so sometimes I hear those. But the better sound is all the birds. There's tons of birds out. I've said this multiple times before. If you do get outside or just even in your backyard, it's a great time to be bird watching. And I have been bird watching I've been bird watching quite a bit this morning. I was actually making a video in my backyard, and I think a sharp-shinned hawk or a Cooper's hawk, it's hard to tell the difference, landed right in my neighbor's yard, which was really cool. And so I've been paying attention to the birds. We have an owl in our backyard that's been going off too. So it's a great way to get outside, and right before all the leaves come in, it's a good thing to be bird watching. Some more reminders before we get into your learning opportunities. Your virtual race series, I'll have a video posted. Oh, hold on. Somerset. Keegan Smith saw a bald eagle yesterday. Nice. Keegan, was it at your house or were you traveling somewhere? Don't be sorry, Somerset. You're fine. Keegan saw a bald eagle. That's a good one. Anyway, I'll wait until he fills that in. Good morning, Alara. You know, there's bald eagles around, that's for sure, and that's awesome. If you saw one, that's cool. 6 hawks were circling. Cool. So people are looking at birds. That's awesome. If you guys go, the North Branch Nature Center has a bunch of birding resources. Hey, Seb. And also, if you go to the Cornell bird, I just type in Cornell birding, and they have a ton of identifying. Like if you type in what type of the colors on a bird, it'll usually come up with some suggestion, and then also has the bird calls. So again, right now is a really good time to be bird watching because all the foliage isn't in, so you can really see some different birds. I think I told you guys last week that I saw a bunch of warblers, and I've seen bluebirds and owls and some raptors, which include hawks, falcons, and eagles. Those I've seen those around too. So I keep a list. You know, we have a birding committee on the green team, and so keeping track of those birds is good. Blue jays. You know what's funny about blue jays, Nico, is we were paying attention to blue jays, and oftentimes you hear them, they're super loud. But what blue jays do is they'll nest in these big pine trees, and once they nest, they go totally silent because they don't want anybody to know where their nests are. So that's kind of a cool thing about blue jays. They don't have a very attractive call, but you know, like Elka said, I think they're really pretty. So you know, for what it's worth, get out there, do some bird watching. We used to have a couple kids on our team who were unbelievable birders, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot from them. Okay, so just some reminders about the learning opportunities. Learning opportunity number 1 is finish your Vermont History Day slideshow. I'm trying to get those assessed. I'm trying to get you your certificates. It's taken me longer than I thought to do that, so I apologize. Okay. Learning opportunity number 2, I'd like you to be listening to the Odyssey. I've added a chapter. I added the second part of chapter 6. So, and I did that on YouTube. So everybody should be able to access that. If you could have listened to chapter 5 and chapter 6 by the end of this week, that would be awesome. And you know, we're kind of going to move forward from here. The other thing I want to remind people of is that today I am meeting with Group E at 9:30, and I am meeting with Group F at 9:45. So we're going to continue. Good morning, Hazel. We're going to continue our small group discussions. Group E is meeting at 9:30, and I sent you an email with the details about how to log into that. And Group F is meeting at 9:45. So Group E is Cadence, Avery, Che, Maggie, Somerset, and Nico. Group F is Abby, Owen, Chen, Keegan, and Delilah. All right. So what you do at 9:45 or a little bit before, you sign into the Google Meet, have your camera on, and you might want to have a pencil. You might want to have something to write on, and we'll have a short little discussion. I would have to say that yesterday's discussions and the discussions on Tuesday were excellent, and I really appreciate hearing how people are absorbing the Odyssey and the thoughts that you have on the story. So again, 9:30 Group E today, 9:45 Group F. All right, and then your third learning opportunity is to make sure you answer the question in Google Classroom about the Odyssey. I've linked that in your email. And then learning opportunity number 4 is to just continue your independent reading. I do want to mention that your reading of the Odyssey will count as one of your books for the trimester. So if we have 5 books that are due, you have to read 4, and then if you listen to the Odyssey through our class, that will count as your 5th book. Okay, so again, just a reminder, learning opportunity number 1, make sure you're submitting your Vermont History Day. Learning opportunity number 2 is to try and listen to chapter 5 and 6 in the Odyssey. Learning opportunity number 3 is to respond to the question that's in your Google Classroom about the Odyssey. And then learning opportunity number 4 is to just continue your independent reading. Okay? Does anybody have questions about any of that material? Okay, so no questions are coming up. Just again, some reminders that Group E is meeting today, Group F is meeting today, and then Drew is going to have his creative writing group at 1 p.m. And I assume that Drew has sent out details to people who are interested. Okay, what I would like you to do today, again, is Current Events Day. After you sign off from this live stream, I would like you to maybe spend 5 minutes reading about current events and about what's going on in the world. And before we go, I just want to really say thank you and how much I appreciate everybody coming in on a regular basis. We've had great attendance on these live streams, and I just really appreciate the fact that people are joining up and engaging, and I think you guys are doing great work, and we just have to keep at it. We're starting to get close to the finish line, and you know, we have one more day this week. We're going to start getting some warm weather here, and hopefully we'll be able to close out the year on a super positive note. Okay, so again, after we sign off here, if you want to explore current events for a little bit, and that would be great. And then work on your humanities until 10. You have science or math today, and then make sure you're getting outside because it's going to be a good one. Okay, if you have any questions at all today, don't hesitate to text or to email. I almost forgot. We're playing Minecraft at 1:15. So at 1:15, we will have I'll have a Google Meet, Dynamix 802. You can jump onto that, and then we can get you playing Minecraft. Okay? Have a great day, everybody. It's wonderful to see everybody on the live stream. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. Get outside and have a good one, everybody. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon.